Adrian Bender. He'll be our back marker here of 12. Alan Sharp-Paul running again here of 18 metres. In the blue, we'll see Andrew Hay run from the mark of 27. Jessica Linden will wear the yellow and run from 46. The green, not seeing him at the moment. Oh, yes, he is there. I can see the green of Shane Palmer. In the pink, it should be Corinna Bonifacio from 64. The black, Robin Locke from 72. And the grey, all the way around to 142 metres, it's Alan Carlton. There's actually two finals here, an A and a B final. So great to see the Masters competitors really stepping up and taking this opportunity here at the Hobart Carnival. In the starters' hands, runners, 300 metre final A. Off they go in the first of our two Masters finals. Look at Alan Carlton get underway nice and quickly there as he's pumping the arms. As he goes past the scoreboard, he's going to take some running down as Alan Carlton. He goes up into the main straight. Robin Locke in hot pursuit in the black. From the back of the field, Jessica Linden in the air is looking pretty strong, along with Andrew Hay, the blue, who's making some really good forward strides. Can they catch up to Alan Carlton? Now with about 30 metres to go. Carlton's still in front. Robin Locke throwing out the challenge. Andrew Hay flying home in the blue. Alan Carlton hangs on just from Andrew Hay. And Robin Locke flying. It was like watching two things at very different speeds there. Alan Carlton not really able to do much to stop the fast finishing Andrew Hay, but just managed to hold him out there in the first of our two finals.
Handicapping hard, especially when you suck.
I hate doing handicapping. I try to do it at Jet sometimes and then I always get complaints.
Well, that was like, Louise made me do it for the one of the...
So final A, we saw a win to the grey, Alan Carlton, off the 142 metre mark. In second was the blue Andrew Hay from 27. Third was Robin Locke, the black, from 72 metres. The winning time for Alan Carlton, 35.83. In final B, we should see the following competitors. No Callan James by the looks of things in the red. Luke Whitney will be our back marker here off 17. Looking up ahead of Luke, can't see the blue of Samet. The yellows there, that's Elise Banowski. The green, Pamela Siggins. The pink is Stu Jessup. The black, Brooke Kimber. And the grey is Justin St John. So final B is almost set for a start. So off they go, and it's the front marker here in the black, and that is Brooke Kimber that leads the field. She's about to get past on the outside by the green of Pamela Siggins as she takes over the lead. Now the yellow comes into calculations. Elise Banowski as she leads with about 100 metres to go. Banowski looks very good here with about 100 to run. Here comes Luke Whitney from the back of the field. Banowski in the yellow still fronting. Stu Jessup finding something late to challenge her, but Luke Whitney's trying to make up some ground. He's up into third. He's going to go up to challenge second, but I don't think they're going to get to the yellow. He's going to just hold on. Well done to Elise Banowski. Stewie Jessup and Luke Whitney threw everything at her, but they couldn't quite get to the yellow of Elise Banowski from 56 metres.
Yep, that was good, guys. Well done. Right, the next event is going to be...
Women's A-grade elimination riders. Women's A-grade elimination riders. If you can make your way to the start line, please, for briefing by Chief Commissaire. Prior to getting underway, we'll have the presentations for our UGN runners. And also the A and B final for the Masters 300 metres brought to us today by Tassie Link. And when it comes to the...
Oh yeah, that's the one you don't like. I can't remember.
Doing great. Do you want to drink anything?
Oh
So our third place getter in the junior 300 metre handicap brought to us today by the Hobart Athletic Club. Congratulations to Spencer Reardon. Well done, Spencer. Second position goes to Zoe Lakeland. Congratulations, Zoe. And our winner of the Hobart Athletic Club Junior 300 metre handicap in first place, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Sarah Lakeland.
Thank you to my coach and my mum.
Congratulations, Sarah. That was excellent. Well done to our three place getters. In our senior 300 metre handicap for the new gen, brought to us today by the Hobart Athletic Club, congratulations to third place getter Cooper Mayer. In second position, Queen Aiken. And our winner today, now based out of Hobart, formerly the North West Coast, our senior 300 metre handicap new gen winner over 300 metres, Georgia Sharvey.
I just want to say thank you for my family for bringing me, the people who run this event, and my running coach, Emma Smee.
Congratulations, thank you very much. Well said, Georgia. Well done also to Miss Lakeland, and well done, Jared. And thank you very much to those that were involved in the new gen 300 metres. Turn our attention back to the cycling track now. We're about to get underway with our women's A-grade elimination race. Brought to us today by the Parthenon Souvlaki Bar in Moona. So ladies and gentlemen, there'll be one rider out until three riders receive the bell.
I'll just take the bunch and you highlight the back.
Yeah, and you highlight the, is it elimination, so you do the back of the race. Yeah. And
So to explain what happened as we're about to go with the bike race, we might do this presentation at the conclusion of this event.
So our riders will get a neutral lap to start with.
not if you're going to Tassie. Tassie's colder than New Zealand.
So there'll be no one out on the first lap. So riders, no one's out. At the rear of the field we've got Christina Kleinen. So our Olympic and Commonwealth Games representative. No, she's not riding with a disc wheel. It'll be interesting to see tomorrow night up at Launceston. So she starts to make her way around the outside. Other riders within there, we've got saddle cloth 102, Mackenzie Milne, Lauren Perry in 103, Odette Lynch in the red and 104, Erica Carney in the green and white at a Piedmont College, Piedmont Raw in the team, April Paddy in 107.
Oh, she's on the inside. What's she doing?
Girls will come through now. Florida.
No, she's in.
130, saddle cloth 130, you are out. Saddle cloth 130, you are out.
Get away from the back there, they're just running.
Caitlin Kelly, you are out. Caitlin Kelly.
So do you want to go to, when the person gets out, Michelle, do you want to zoom in on them as they get out?
So riders have been given the instruction that they are not to, or if there's two or three riders off the back of the bunch, then both of those riders will be eliminated. So you'll see that it'll be rather competitive as they come through now.
April.
110, saddle cloth 110, Ebony Robinson, you are out. Ebony Robinson, saddle cloth 110, you are out.
April, you're not out. Go in, April, otherwise you will get out.
That was the rider on the inside, so there you go, you can see Emily there in the light blue and white. We'll have our Masters presentation very shortly at the conclusion of this event. Right around the outside, making sure that she doesn't get into any trouble. That's Saddle Cloth 107 April Paddy, but 106 is out. Our 106, Erica Carney, you are out. She's got the pink socks on. Lauren Perry at the back there, she's running with the rear disc. She's going to have to go up nice and wide, right around the outside, so she'll be about 4 or 5 wide as they come round. This is where they hit the headwind, just about now. The riders are actually working quite hard uphill and into a bit of a headwind. She's going to be okay. And Lauren is out. Saddle Cloth 103, Lauren Perry is out. Nice gentle pace as the girls are rolling around there.
That is not a gentle pace.
Interesting to see what might happen when we get towards the back end of the race. Get a nice little slingshot as they go from Commonwealth Bank little tent at the southern end of the oval, right around through the budget, past the budget trucks, into the headwind now. I don't think she's okay. The rider that's not, Saddle Cloth 107, so that's April Paddy. April Paddy is out. April Paddy at the back there. Parthenon, Souvlaki, Bar and Muna. So we'll be heading straight after this afternoon. Sable Brendan, he'll be grabbing one before he makes his way back up towards the north of the state for the remaining Tas Carnivals.
Oh, here we go.
We'll have 3 more eliminations, I've just been informed. 3 more eliminations, girls. They're coming through now. She's tight bunch. Ella Liang's on the inside. She's okay. Saddle Cloth 102. Mackenzie Milne, you are out. Got caught on the inside. Mackenzie Milne. Saddle Cloth 102, you are out. All right, has been thrown out the back. It looks like it might be one of the Piedmont Raw team. So the Ella Liang's okay, and that Piedmont rider, Saddle Cloth 108, so that's Emma Frost, ladies and gents. So she's wearing the white socks, and Carney's wearing the pink.
Maddie, get on it.
Riders are coming around now. They're strung out a little bit. It looks like it's going to be the rider in black that is out. Saddle Cloth 104, 114. So Madison Smith is out. And Liang's not able to catch, or Liang's not able to stake with Clonan and Odette Lynch. So Clonan now is out after Odette Lynch. Lynch is holding it. And she slingshots away, goes down past the budget trucks, down the back straight now, past the Coy building side, and round past the scoreboard. Look at that Lynch go, ladies and gentlemen, extending that lead. She's going to take out the Parthenon Souvlaki bar. With a terrific ride, the elimination, the Sassy rider. Sassy by nature is a death. Then we go Christina Klein and the Princess Ella Liang from Balmoral up in Queensland. She's a superstar in the making, the junior. Look forward to seeing what she can do tomorrow at the Velodrome in Launceston. Congratulations to Odette Lynch, second going to Christina Clonan, and third to the up-and-coming rider from Queensland Academy of Sport Balmoral Cycling Club in Ella Liang. We'll turn back to the running track and some presentations with Mr. Grant Penny.
I'm just going to refresh, so I've got to go.
We've had a pretty unique situation with the 2 finals of those Masters events that we just saw, Final A and Final B. Final A was taken out by Alan Carlton. His time was 35.83, and a really good performance from Andrew Hay in second, 36.05. So let's just keep that time in our heads, 35.83. In this Final B, so we combine the 2 together, the winning time for Elise Banowski was 35.82. So she got up by 1/100th of a second. Well done to Elise, and also Alan. Great run, mate. You almost got there. It was 1/100th of a second the difference between first and second. So well done to Elise. Takes out the Masters 300.
I would love to thank my wonderful coach Brando and of course my squad. I couldn't do it without you guys. So thank you so much.
And Elise would also like to thank Tassie Link, of course, for the sponsorship. So Alan, come up, mate, and get your prize money for second. And Andrew Hay is around somewhere. He's probably going to have a go on the Open 300, but he'll be collecting the money for third place. So Andrew is probably getting him.
That's a really good spot. They've done them there already. Perfect.
Need to go and put a mark on the ground.
Yeah, I reckon this is where presentation. I might actually say to them in the future. Alright, so do you want to reset to the elimination now, please, Carl?
We've got 300, don't we?
Process, reset. And you want to do exactly what you did in the last race.
We have B grade elimination race. It's for the women. It's been brought to us today by Stratton Finance. So first lap is free for all the riders. Our riders are Neo from Malaysia, Wilmot from Canada, or St George's in Sydney, Caleb Baker, Strates from Hobart, Melissa Turner from up in Devonport, and Eva Smith. So she will be riding from the City of Burnie Cycling Club, so she's in the purple. Ladies have been informed that the last two will get the bell lap, the last two, because we've got such short numbers. We're looking for some pace for the girls in the Stratton Finance Women's B grade elimination. Now there's a warning, ladies. Too slow. So Chief Commissaire is just suggesting we might need to pick it up. So they get the whistle. So we're on now. So Neo's at the rear. Then we go Wilmot, Strates. 113 is Baker. So she's in the all red up on the top right hand. Then we've got Turner, and on the inside in the purple is Smith. So it's rather leisurely still. We'll see what happens. There they go, they get a bit of a slingshot now. That's because they get the wind over the shoulder, and away they go down the back strut, down past the scoreboard. Smith leads them round. Strates having to go right up around the outside. Baker's going to be boxed in here. She might be in a little bit of trouble. That she is. She's out. Tablecloth 113. Kayla Baker is out. Women's B grade elimination brought to you by Stratton Finance. You don't need any finance except for housing finance. Stratton Finance is your place to go. Eva Smith's going to have to do a bit of work. She can box in Suzanne Stratus if she's got enough speed. No, she's not going to be able to do that. Eva Smith is out. She might make her way to Stratton Finance. She might buy a new bike with that finance. Nice little disc wheel on the back too. Goes with the purple ensemble. Talking about ensembles, look at the pink. Been worked over there by Lizanne Wilmot, and she slingshots right around the outside. Starts to pick up the pace down past the scoreboard. That strings him out a little bit, puts Turner to the rear of the field. She might be in a bit of trouble here. That she is. So we're down to 3, so Turner is out. So we've got one more elimination, then we'll go to the bell lap. So we'll see what happens. Stratos at the rear, Neo on the outside, and on the pink on the inside, Lizanne Wilmot. Crafty rider too is Wilmot, in particular in a Kieran, so looking forward to seeing what she can do here. Again, she slingshots down past the scoreboard, starts to pick up the pace, the cadence is up, there's no doubt about that. Stratos has to go with 3 wide. Is she going to be able to hold through? Wilmot is out. Wilmot is out. She got caught on the inside, so it's between Stratos and Neo. Stratos and Neo. Spade of Firm at the moment is the mother of 5. Let's see if her brother's taught her any tricks here. It's Malaysia versus Tasmania. Stratus gets up out of the saddle, goes. Neo, down on the inside in the all black. I think she might have too much, the Malaysian rider. She's going to hold out Suzanne Stratus. Good ride there. Si Hui, Neo. And she takes out the Stratton Finance Women's B-grade elimination.
I'm going to put it on to the GoPro. You can both reset.
I need to put my hands in my pockets for a while.
Coffee?
We're continuing with the theme of the eliminations, and we're going to be moving to our Pandani Remedial Massage men's A grade. So the men's A grade riders, so Frisley, Gallagher, Shorten, Jones. Preston I, unfortunately, not here today. Owen Lloyd, Dalton Stratton, Ainsley Gray, Eddie Marks, Will Emulus, Corey Boddington and Josh Nixon will be making their way out onto the track. They'll be followed by their men's B grade elimination. Brought to us today by Parthenon Souvlaki Bar in Moona.
Yeah, since I put my phone over here.
All good? Right.
I reckon it must have been.
Going to be some fireworks in this one, ladies and gents.
It's when they started.
Some of the riders might need one of those remedial massages. They might be able to go to Stratton Finance to get the money in order to be able to pay for that remedial massage. Pandani.
I don't know, he's 7th place.
So riders will get their instructions here from our Chief Commissaire Riley. So we've got Frisley, Gallagher, Marks and Gray, Jonas Sheldon, Toby Jones.
Yes, I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And then Dalton Stratton. Looking forward to seeing what Dalton can do. Will Emulus, number 8, Josh Nixon.
Alright, so same as the fields of elimination. You're amazing. Thank you.
Corey Boddington rounds out the field. Boys will get a neutral lap. So a couple of riders are out. So two of the Piedmont Raw riders from the US. So Preston I, unfortunately, is a little bit unwell at the moment, and Owen Lloyd are out of our A-grade men's elimination, brought to us today by Pandani Remedial Massage. I'm sure some of the athletes will take up the opportunity to see Pandani Remedial Massage after today's proceedings.
That's already fast. It's a bit rude.
Yeah, so and Preston I and Owen Lloyd. Yep. So rider at the rear of the field. So he's going to have to do a little bit of work on this particular lap. We'll just see what he can do. He carries right down onto the inside. He might box himself in, so he could be in some trouble. Well, we'll just see what happens. Gray is also having to work nice and hard. That's the rider at the rear in the black.
Williams way out.
Local rider. Number eight. So Josh Nixon, you are out. Got caught on the inside. So Josh Nixon is out. riders are in, except for our back marker there. So Josh Nixon on the first one, and the second one coming through. Saddlecloth 41, Corey Boddington.
William selecting.
So Toby James is at the rear of the field here. Let's see what he can do. Might be in a little bit of a spot of bother. Certainly is. So Toby James is out. Saddlecloth number 10. They've got a nice little clip up to the riders. Kicking along well. Gray's at the rear of the field at the moment. It looks like Frizzly might be out in front. Was that Dalton Stretton? It could be Dalton Stretton. So my eyes deceive me. Outside. No, Dalton Stretton's second wheel. So it is Frizzly out in front at the moment. They come through. Rider that sits up. Saddlecloth number 18. Will Emulus. Will Emulus is out.
Back on Jack.
Gray dives down there on the inside. Holding that inside front position is Frizzly. I suggest he's doing it to keep warm, to be honest, ladies and gentlemen. He's fresh coming off the mountain, there's no doubt about that. Plenty of southerlies. Can you believe it's summer in Tasmania? Gray could be in some trouble, and that he is, and Gray is out. Saddlecloth number 15, Ainsley Gray, 15. Saddlecloth 15, Ainsley Gray is out.
They're back on Jack.
Man, I'm so cold.
Rise will get a bit of a slingshot. They go down past the budget trucks. Down to the scoreboard now. Shelvin leads them through an ARA kit. Look at Frizzly, look at him go right around the outside. Stratton's working hard. Unfortunately, not hard enough, so Dalton Stratton is out. Dalton Stratton, Saddlecloth 14 is out.
Back on Jack.
Gallagher, second from the rear. Frizzly at the rear. Shelvin on the inside, and then Marks. Let's see what they can do. Marks holds down on the inside. Could get in trouble here with Gallagher. But Gallagher's going to miss. Look at the bell.
Back on Jack.
Marks looking for Frizzly. Frizzly right around the outside. They sandwich him in with Jonas Shelvin on the inside. Marks jumps onto the back wheel of Frizzly. Shelvin got enough to be able to go with him. Works hard in the ARA kit. Look at Frizzly just move away with ease. So he's going to take this one out. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gents. Cage 40 wrap, 2 riders. So we've got Frizzly, Marks, first, second, Jonas Shelvin, the local boy, doing well for third position. Our B grade riders for the Parthenon, Sublaki, Barramuna. You can make your way out onto the cycling track, please. Our men's B grade elimination riders. You can make your way out onto the track, please. So well done to Graham Frizzly and from Montana. Edward Marks from the ACT in third, local boy Jonas Shelvin in the Pendani Remedial Massage men's A grade elimination. Next up, men's B grade elimination brought to us today by the Parthenon Sublaki Barramuna. Riders should be as follows. Gullick in Saddlecloth 49, Painter 47, Rotke, our wheel winner. He will be in Saddlecloth 46, AJ, Aaron Jones 43, O'Connell. In the yellow kit, Saddlecloth 4. Gonzalez Munoz will be in 23, 22 will be Louis Schramm. They're both the boys from the Piedmont Raw team. Out of the US in Saddlecloth, Jamie County. get first lap for free. We're underway. Angus Painter. Angus Painter is out. Also, as I mentioned before, Max Woodruff is also a scratching. So we've got Jamie Carney, saddle cloth number 19, along with Louis Schramm and Velez Munoz in there, in the green and white Piedmont Raw kids. And Atlanta, Georgia. College team, Jamie being the coach, one of USA's best ever riders. He's had a storied career currently. Jamie is a national criterium champion, or road champion, my apologies. Road champion in his age group in the US. To see what the 57-year-old can now do these days down here in Tasmania. Loved his time in Tasmania. Some spats with people like Stephen Pate, Gary Newland and co. Rider on the outside. 49, saddle cloth 49. Angus Gullick, you are out. Angus Gullick just got pipped, I think, by Gonzalez Munoz.
Back on Jack.
So Angus Gullick is out. Rider in white. Again, the riders have got a good little clip up. They work it, they get a real slingshot as they go down past the scoreboard. They head uphill into the wind. So Rocky leads them through with Carney. Saddle cloth 23 this time is out, so Gonzalez Munoz, second time unlucky.
And back on Jack.
If you get the opportunity, head down towards the Taste, the American riders. The opportunity to head down onto the foreshore here in Hobart. Or alternatively go out to Moonar and get some of the half-month Souvlakis. Definitely the best in town. Rider on the inside in the yellow, could be in trouble. That's saddle cloth 25, that's Mr. O'Connell from up in Queensland. So Jared O'Connell is out. Conclusion of this, we'll be moving to our men's C grade elimination. So if our riders could be prompt onto the track as soon as this concluded, the men's P grade, be greatly appreciated. And we'll be heading back to the running track for the 300 metre heats. Brought to us today by Murdoch Clark for the women. And Ray Paul Sports Massage. The rider that got caught there, saddle cloth 24, that's Josh Rayner.
And back on Jack.
So two of the Piedmont Royal team still involved. So Carney's at the rear, Louis Schramm just in front of him. Rocky leads them round. Here's Aaron Jones. Carney goes right around the outside. They're going to box in the other rider. That might be Withington. He could be in trouble. 21, saddle cloth 21. Angus Withington, you are out. Angus Withington got boxed in and got caught. Smart riding, good tactical riding there by a couple of the US boys. Aaron Jones second wheel, Rocky front wheel. Carney at the rear, Louis Schramm. Third wheel at the moment. So they'll get the bell up as they come round this time. They're the last three. Carney's at the rear. Has he got enough kick, the old fella? Look at him go. I think he's going to put out Schramm. Alright. Yeah, Schramm is out. Schramm is out. So Louis Schramm is out. And away they go now. So Rocky, wheel winner, out of Hobart. Black Mechanic, the Italian Stallion, Aaron Jones, AJ. Goes now. Carney right on his wheel. They go around the outside. Rocky's done. Jones, Carney. Carney on the outside. Jones sits up. Jeremy Carney, ladies and gentlemen. 57-year-old riding like a 21-year-old. He gets the opportunity to pop in and grabs one of Tasmania's best tasting souvlakis out at Moona. The half-on souvlaki bar. C-graders, C-grade riders, if you can make your way onto the track please, our C-grade riders. Be greatly appreciated. And a big thank you to Pendani Medial Massage, half-on souvlaki bar, Stratton Finance,
move the handle, keep catching my jumper.
For their support of our riders in our
Say, they've got no problem.
recent elimination races. Last one, our C-grade men's elimination, brought to us today by the Shelwood family. Anonymous name with riding here in Hobart, known as being one of their own. Riders here will be as follows. We have the Taylor twins, so John and Tim. Tommy Blaisley in the yellow, our 1,000 metre handicap winner from earlier today. Showing some good form, Tommy. Matt Banana, so there he is. The Greek god on wheels, Peter Macras. Really enjoying his time down in Tasmania, especially his colouring delights. Mitch Stretton, saddle cloth 26.
He's just standing around, he'd be hungry.
Chris Mullins, rolling up. Paul Craft is there, saddle cloth number 6. Here's Simon. Simon's just joining in. And it looks like we're missing Mr. Best. That's why he's not even here. The wind's just really kicked up there. I bet you those C-grade riders are very happy with that.
Can you just switch off me for a sec?
Sorry?
Anyway,
Just
Take it off.
take it off me.
they get a free lap.
Off you. Yeah. They took it to
We'll be down to the last 3, so
like that.
I suggest he's gone out early, Paul Craft, and possibly because he's a little bit fresh down from the central coast of New South Wales.
When you're going back to the side,
Looks in good nick too, Crafty.
Aaron's probably got it.
Looking forward to seeing what Mitchell Stretton can do here. He's got the fluoro orange helmets. Many talents, netball, football, cycling. Also does a little bit of pro running. So the riders are up and away. So at the rear of the field in the all black and saddle cloth number 29. So we'll have to look at Mr. Marr, sitting just to the right of the Taylor twins. So it's Jono and Tim. Tim saddle cloth number 40. Jono with saddle cloth number 39. Marr though still at the rear. He's going to have to go wide. Don't want to get caught too low here at the back.
I'll just text him after switching.
On the elimination, Macras in a bit of trouble. He goes wide. Oh, gee. 27, saddle cloth 27. Simon Barnett, Simon Barnett, you are out. Simon Barnett, saddle cloth 27 is out. Rolls up to the top of the track. The boys sort themselves out. Have a look at the machine that the Greek god on wheels is using, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful Koga, one of only 2, I think, in Australia. I'll get back to you on that. Written by the man from Balmoral, Macras. Saddle cloth number 6, Paul Craft, just got pipped.
He's not Balmoral, is he?
So Paul Craft is out.
He's in UQ.
Yeah.
Back on, Jack.
Marr still in, along with Stratton, Chris Mullins, Peter Macras, Rory Fisk, Tommy Blaisley, John and Tim the Toolman Taylor. And it's Macras this time, getting caught.
Back on, Jack.
Lost touch with the bunch. riders come down, now bound past the scoreboard. You can hear Sal Stratton just tell Mitch to get a move on. Holds his line, and John O'Taylor is out. John O'Taylor is out. Saddlecloth number 39. John O'Taylor is out. Rider out of Devonport, Mersey Valley Devonport District Cycling Club. Looking forward to what's on store in a couple of days' time on his home track. Stratton holding. Ferg William behind Blaisley. Around the outside goes Tim the Toolman Taylor. Rider in black on the inside could be in trouble. Saddlecloth 29 is out, so that's Andrew Marr. Andrew Marr is out. Andrew Marr is out. Saddlecloth number 29. Saddlecloth 29 is out. Andrew Marr, you are out.
I know that the microphone speakers don't point that way.
Andrew Marr, you are out. Saddlecloth 29. 29 is out. Saddlecloth 29 is out. 4 riders left. 4 riders left. No, 3 riders left. Here goes the bell. Bell up. 3 riders. Blaisley, Stratton, and Tim Taylor. So it's Launceston, Bernie, and Devonport.
Who's out?
Chris Mullins is out. Young Bucks versus the Old Bull. There goes Tom Blaisley. Is Mitch Stratton going to be able to go? No, he doesn't. Tim the Toolman Taylor, has he got enough in him? I think Tommy Blaisley's got this one covered. He's going to take out the Shelburne family men's C-grade elimination. He's had a good day. Well done, Tommy. Tim Taylor in second. Will. Third goes to Mitchell Stratton. A little bit of confusion there as they didn't, unfortunately, Mr. Marr didn't quite come out. Nonetheless, Tommy Blaisley takes home the chocolates. The men's C-grade elimination race. Big thank you to the Shelburne family for their support of our cyclists in event number 38. We're going to be heading back to the running track now for the 300 metre heats, brought to us today by Murdoch Clark. And I think it might be the women that are coming up first. We'll turn our attention back towards the running track and into the hands of dulcet tones of Mr. Grant Penny.
Ladies have been waiting around for a while, and it's the Murdoch Clark women's 300 metre heats. Pretty quick turnaround from heat to final for our ladies, so it'll be a pretty tough way to finish the day. 2 hard 300s around the track here at Newtown. To qualify for the final in our 3 heats, need to be the first 2 and then the next 4 fastest to make it through to the final. Sorry, 2 heats in fact, the women's, and there's 3 heats in the men's. So first 2 plus 4 would give us a final of 8 in the women's. And the men's, there'll be 3 heats to be contested. So the ladies are all over there sorting out their marks, their handicaps, and which heat they're running in, and they'll way. All Kieran riders, please report to collect your numbers that you'll need for your event. So we want to try to keep this program flowing as quick as possible. So Kieran riders, please report to where you know you need to be to collect your respective numbers for your event. Murdoch Clark, the sponsors of these women's 300 metre heats. Again, another pretty good guide of who are our stronger one-lap runners normally we see coming out of this 300. Quite often a good indication of who might be fighting for those valuable prize money spots in the Devonport gift in a couple of days' time. So a good performance in this 300 sets them up really nicely for a big Devonport gift in a couple of nights' time. Heat number 1, our listed back marker is Ebony Newton, of course, who was a finalist in the Hobart gift. Seeing one red colour down there, and that's definitely Amy Peacock, but not Ebony. So I'm not sure Ebony's made it to the start of this 300. She did enter, but a big day for her, so she looks like she's out. The white, I think, is there. That's Chelsea Scholar, so great to see Chelsea having a crack at this 300 metre distance. Probably a little bit unfamiliar to her. The blue, Rebecca von Samorski's there. The yellow, Alexis Harmey. Looking over the track, not sure if she's there or not. The green of Violet Bennett, I reckon she's probably had enough after winning the gift today. Pink, Trinity and Bajar, not seeing her there. The black, Stella Moore, is on the line, ready to go at 25 metres. The grey of Jessica Linden's ready to start off 28, and the orange, Caitlin Nicholson, of 30. So off they go, the 5 ladies to contest this first heat of the Murdoch Clark 300. Leading them out here is the orange of Caitlin Nicholson. In hot pursuit of her is the grey of Jessica Linden. Those two are stretched out a little bit now. Look at Chelsea Scott start to come through around the back straight there as she goes around Rebecca von Zamorski, who now finds a little bit on her inside. So Chelsea went to go past her, but Rebecca had something else to give. It's Jessica Linden looking to take over the lead, but it's going to be a tough one with Caitlin Nicholson not giving up the lead that easily. And Rebecca von Zamorski is running into a bit of a wall here. Has to go out wide via the bike track. The three of them come together. Rebecca von Zamorski had too much running in her legs as she takes out heat number 1. From Jessica Linden, Caitlin Nicholson, then it's Chelsea Scollier, and last to get over the line there, Stella Moore. Yeah, a bit of tactics at play there. We saw Rebecca hoping that a gap might just present itself, but she had to do it the hard way. Go out wide and go via the bike track to get up and win heat number 1.
I'm going to go on to you, Michelle, just to be on a reset. We've got another heat. They've got 3 heats, and then it's the men's 3 heats. Yeah, you should be back soon. I think you ended up 5 minutes. That's fine. So yeah, you should be there very soon.
Heat number 1 saw a win to Rebecca von Zamorski from 15 metres. Second was Jessica Linden, the grey, from 28. The orange of Caitlin Nicholson officially third of 30 metres. The time in winning heat number 1 was 40.75. 40.75 was enough to get the job done in heat number 1 for Rebecca von Samazorski. Heat number 2 is set for a start. Looking down the track there, we see the red of Amy Peacock. This 300 metre distance has been kind to her this season with already 2 victories to her name. Lucy Carter from 12 metres in the white. The blue of Margot Hobday of 14. The yellow at Zali Wescombe from 15. We don't see the green there, so she's a non-starter. Also, we do see the pink of Ava Redmond from 20. The black is Zoe Nicholson. The grey, Darcy Miller. The orange is Pamela Siggins. There's your field in heat number 2. Off and running, a little bit bigger field this one, so there'll be a lot going on here, particularly in the final stages. Early on though, it's Pamela Siggins who makes the every post a winner at the moment, as she's got a nice lead over Darcy Miller. Better known as a distance runner, Darcy. She will be able to maintain the pace. She's got the black there of Zoe Nicholson going around her outside, and look at Lucy Carter start to come into calculations now in the white. So out on the outside it's Lucy Carter who's pumping the arms, trying to get up to challenge our leader in Pamela Siggins. Siggins still holding on. Here comes Carter, here comes Zoe Nicholson as well. The red of Amy Peacock, the yellow there of Zali Wescombe. Wescombe on the outside goes up to challenge. Zali Wescombe gets up. Great run. Found a way through the field to get up and win the second heat. That was a really tough contest there with girls going left and right trying to find gaps to get through the field, and Zali Wescombe found a way through. He's taking out heat number 2. Results from heat number 2 of the Murdoch Clark sponsored women's 300. The winner was Ali Wescombe, the yellow from 15 metres. Second was the black Zoe Nicholson from 26 metres. And the grey of Darcy Miller got up for third from 37 metres. The winning time was 40.89. 40.89 was enough to get the job done for Zali Wescombe. 3 heats to be contested in the Ray Quarrel Sports Massage men's 300. The first 2 in the 4 fastest to go through to the final. So that should be a pretty exciting one with 10 in the final. In heat number 1, we see our front marker here. It will be the grey of BJ Cobbing from 33 metres. The black is there, Oliver Morgan. He's up there on the 30 metre mark, so backing up after his 800 earlier today. Don't see the pink there, so I think he might be a scratching in James Kirkham. The green of George Downey is there. He'll run from 21 metres. Then it's the yellow of Jared Gilroy. And the blue, it's Travis Round, who'll run from 15. Will Adams is there off the 10 metre handicap in the white. And ladies and gentlemen, multiple relay representative for Australia at both the Olympics and World Championships. One of Tasmania's fastest ever men, the 200 metre record holder for Tasmania, running from scratch, Jacob Despard in the red. Taking on the 300 metre distance is Despard. Let's see what he can do, as he's got a big field of runners ahead of him. Off they go, and it's BJ Cobbing to lead them in the early stages. The big black runner there in Oliver Cobbing, trying to get on the level terms. Geez, look at Despard get off to the mark nice and quickly for the first part of this race, as he's moving up to challenge the fellow back markers. The right there of Will Adams is trying to keep him at bay. Despard going out by the bike track. It's still BJ Cobbing in front. Gilroy in the yellows make a challenge along with Despard, and also Will Adams in the white. Adams in the white goes up the challenge along with the green there of George Downey. Still BJ Cobbing challenging ladies. Will Adams, BJ Cobbing, Will Adams are all close run as they hit the line. BJ Cobbing the grey, and also Will Adams the white. I think he got a bit of a scare, Will Adams. He had Despard on his hammer right after about 100 metres. But then, of course, the job starts to get pretty hard. The lactic acid starts to apply, finding a spot to get through as well. Runners in your way, having to go wide. Uniquely, you're in Newtown, so got to run with a bit of speed and also with a little bit of nous as well about how to find a way through. So, really great contested race, that one, heat number 1.
Alright, this is the second heat coming up. So you can reset. There should be red is the back marker and orange is there should be a red guy and in front
Results of heat number 1, Ray Quarrel Sports Massage 300. The white, Will Adams, was the winner from 10 metres. Second was the grey of BJ Cobbing from 33 metres. And the green of George Downey was officially third from 21 metres. 34.79. 34.79 the winning time. Looking up at the field in heat number 2, we can take out the red, that's Taj Singleton's a non-starter. The white will be our back marker here, Declan Gall. He'll run from 11 metres. We go out to the blue, looks like he's a scratching. Also the yellow, so blue and yellow are out. Green is Tom Gartland, he'll run from 22 metres. Jakai Westham's there in the pink, and he'll run from the mark of 26. Can't see the black there, so no black in the field eyes at Parnell. Jack Penny's there in the grey from 30 metres, and the orange of Josh Phoebe will be our front marker here off 46 metres. Off and running, and it's Josh Phoebe, the orange, that's going to lead for a fair bit of a trip here as he goes around after the first 100 metres with a sizable lead. Jack Penny in the grey trying to make some inroads into his lead, but it's Phoebe looking pretty good at this stage as he's starting to open up as he goes towards the scoreboard. The big Scott in Declan Gall, the Victorian, starting to come right into it here into second place, but it's all Josh Phoebe at the moment as he tackles the hill. Phoebe with a huge lead. This is an impressive victory here. Declan Gall trying everything he can, along with the green coming through there and Tom Gartland, but they're not catching Josh Phoebe. Too strong. Tom Gartland in the green in second. Declan Gall got up for third. Jack Penny, and not far behind there, Jakai Westcombe. Yeah, we certainly know Josh is a very good mile / 800 metre runner, but with that nice handicap there of 46 metres, he's going to be take some catching in the final of the 300. The results of heat number 2. The winner was Josh Phoebe, the orange, from 46 metres. Second was the green, Tom Gartland, from 22 metres. And the white of Declan Gall was officially third from 11. The winning time was 34.81. 34.81. Looking up and seeing the runners that have presented themselves here for heat number 3, a number of scratchings. We do see the red of Jagger Pybus, the two-time Hobart gift winner. He'll run from the mark of 9 metres as our back marker. Tommy Bennett, the white, will run from 15 metres. We don't see the blue of Joby Westcombe, neither or the yellow, the green, but we do see the pink of Callum James. He'll run from 23 metres. No black in the field, and we do see our front marker there, the grey of Heath Cripps. So just the 4 runners to contest heat number 3. Off they go, and it's Heath Cripps the grey that leads them in the first bit of this third heat of the 300. He's got a nice little lead there. He's looking pretty impressive. Look at the runner in red, Jagger Pybus. A super fast sprinter he is, Pybus. He's running some very good 400 this season as well, as he's in hot pursuit of the leader. It's still Heath Cripps in front. Tommy Bennett now starting to come back into calculations. He'll throw out a challenge to Pybus, and also Cripps. It's still Cripps in front. He's holding them out here at the moment. Bennett's coming out in Pybus as well. We're finding it pretty tough in the final stages. It's close as they hit the line. Probably Cripps from Bennett. Pybus and James, I think, got in trouble with each other there. They had a bit of a clash of legs, but thank God. It's a tough one to get past the front markers here, this 300. It certainly favours the front markers. It's that constant bend. They just can't find a way around some of these back markers. Pybus found that job pretty tough. He looked like he was going to go past them, but Cripps did just enough and held on.
Kieran's. Got some Kieran's?
Results from heat number 3, Ray Quarrel Sports Massage 300. The winner was Heath Cripps, the grey, from 37. Second was the white Tommy Bennett from the mark of 15. And third was the red Jagger Pipers from 9 metres. The winning time, 34.88. So just a tenth or so of a second separating the 3 heat winners of the Ray Quarrel Sports Massage 300. So should be another exciting one in the men's 300 final a little bit later on.
And Maddie's shivering. Poor Maddie's riding on. Teeth chattering. Yeah, absolutely freezing. That is not the right kit for that. Mm. I think his chest would still be cold, but yeah, he's got the right stuff. Where's the motorbike? Poor kids are just standing there freezing. Trying to find somewhere out of the wind. What's happening here?
We're about to get underway in the Invitation Women's Kieran Heats, brought to us today by the Parthenon Souvlaki Bar in Moona. And the women's Kieran, we will have Christina Cronin, Odette Lynch, Emma Frost, Erica Carney, Ella Liang, and I think Maddie Smith is up there. So Erica's in the, Erica Carney, she's wearing the pink socks. You can tell the difference between the two Piedmont Raw riders. And Emma will be in the white socks. So Simon Price will be on the dirty. Ladies will get 1.5 laps.
Yeah, I can only see 5 of them. There was 6. Yeah, you're right.
For those of you still bracing in that wind, if you haven't got just put a dopamine hoodie, I strongly encourage you to go and grab one. Considering summer isn't here, winter is. So we'll look up at the mountain, Tengri at the moment, no doubt about that. So, go and grab one, Boxing Day special. Get the opportunity to have a picture too with Jacob Despard,
Oh yeah.
Tasmanian-based Olympian.
Here comes the motorbike.
So first 3 in the Kieran will make it through to the final. So there goes Simon Price. And it looks like Frost is going to take up running. Kynan second wheel. Just down here to have some fun. Then we go back to Odette Lynch, Ella Liang. Looks like Carney might be in the next one. So Frost, Kynan, Lynch,
Sorry.
Liang,
Terrible
and
camera work.
Smith. The rear. So first 3 get 1.5 laps in behind Simon. And I'll get up to around about 50 kilometres an hour, 45 to 50 k's an hour. And then he will pull off the track. So there's the first full lap in behind. So Simon will come off the track around about the side screen at the southern end of the track. So Frost, you'll notice there that Clonan has just given her a little bit of a gap, with that Lynch sitting right in behind her. And go back to Liang and Smith. This is where tactics will come into it. So behind the turn, you actually can't go past that front rider. But other riders, after the first lap, can take the opportunity to change their position. They've chosen not to do so, and they've still got that gap. So Clonan's still holding off for Lynch, Liang, and I'll get the bell here with Smith. So Frost is out in front. He's got the blue suede shoes. Let's see what you can do with those kicks as away they go. So Clonan now gets up out of the saddle and follows Liang, who goes 3 wide. Odette Lynch also sitting down. On those drops, they've dropped Smith, they've dropped Frost. Smith's got a bit of work to do. She gets around Frost. Is she going to be able to catch up to back up to Odette Lynch? Lynch looks over her shoulder. I think she's got them covered. So's Clonan. And look at Liang go. They're going to qualify. Lynch, Clonan, Liang takes it out. Smith misses. And same with Emma Frost. And the blue suede shoes. Up next will be heat number 2. So Mackenzie Milne, Lauren Perry, Erica Carney, April Paddy, Ebony Robinson, Si Hui Yeo, and Caitlin Kelly. That'll be the second of the Parthenon Souvlaki Bar Women's Invitation. Kieran? Following heat number 2 of the women's invitation Kieran Heats, we'll be moving to the big winner, men's Kieran Heats. Looking forward to seeing what Sheldon, Jones, Marks, Carney, Whittington, O'Connell and Boddington will do, along with Gallagher, Stretton, Dalton that is, Woodruff, Schramm, Rayner and Nixon. And we've got a third one of those. That'll be Frizzly, Lloyd, Gray, Emulus, Gonzalez, Munoz, and Jones, and our Hobart will winner, Luca Rocky.
Is there a William in there?
And we'll be heading back to the running track for our 300 metre finals. The women's brought to you by Murdoch Clark, and the men's will be by Ray Quarrel Sports Massage. At the moment, we're just waiting for our girls to assemble themselves for the second of our Parthenon Souvlaki Bar in Muna. Invitation, Kieran for women, heat number 2.
Like if I was actually running around, I'd be at work, alright? It's not terrible stuff for sorry, seeping in. We're on.
Riders now in the second of the women's invitation, Kieran, brought to us by the Parthenon Souvlaki Bar in Muna, and led through by Erica Carney. So Simon Price on the Derny. We got Erica Carney. a good view of the cyclists as they go past is Rebecca Vonzemazeski. We're looking forward to seeing her in the 300 final very shortly. She might be the big winner like the men in the men's Kieran. As I mentioned before, behind the journey I'll get 1.5 laps, so that's the first full lap that I'm just coming through and taking up now. So Neo is in third wheel, Perry second wheel, then we go back to Mackenzie Mill. We've got Paddy Robinson and Kelly also involved. There goes Simon now. The girls have backed off. No one's really decided to go. Perry's just watching. Transition in recent times from endurance track to sprint track. She's made her way up to Queensland, working with the Queensland Academy of Sport. She's looking at fine fettle. She's a smart rider as Lauren. She's holding them at bay at the moment. Stuck on the inside is Carney. Neo there also boxed in. Right around the outside. Looks like it might be April Paddy and Mackenzie Milne. Milne goes. Perry's out after her. So New Zealander, Launceston. First three will get through. Perry goes right around the outside. Milne's still holding her down on the inside of the track. Smart riding. Milne, Perry, saddlecloth 110. Robinson for third. Those girls automatically qualify for the final. The Pathfinder Subaraki Bar in Moona Women's Invitation. Kieran. Gents, if you can make your way please onto the track for heat number 1 of the Men's Invitation. Kieran, brought to us today by the big winner. First 2 and each of the 3 heats will make it through to the final. Heat number 1 of the Men's Invitation. Kieran. We'll see Jonas Shelverton and saddlecloth number 9, Toby Jones 10, Eddie Marks, the ACT rider in saddlecloth 17, Jamie Carney in saddlecloth 19, Mr. Withington in the blue in saddlecloth 21, Jared O'Connell in the yellow on 25, Corey Boddington will be in saddlecloth number 41. So that's heat number 1 of the Men's Invitation, Kieran. That'll be followed by heat 2. We'll see Sam Gallagher, the Pocket Rocket.
Ah. Oh yes, I see. Ooh. It's a motorbike.
Hey, number 1 of the big winner, Men's Invitation, Kieran. They'll sit in behind Simon Price. They'll get up to around about 65 kilometres an hour once they're let go. So Jamie Carney leads them around. Third wheel in the yellow there is Jared O'Connell. Third from the rear, Toby Jones. Behind him is Jonas Shelverton. Might be Boddington at the rear of the field. They go through now. So this lap, Simon Price will come off the Derny. There's Boddington, he makes his move now. Can't sit in front of Jamie Carney. This is heat number 1 of the big winner. Men's Invitation Kieran. Simon comes off the track. Boddington decides to go. Carney starts there, pick up the pace. Shelverton comes right around the outside, sits in behind Carney, just then gives him a little bit of a breather in case he needs to move out from his shoulder. So Boddington's fourth wheel. Toby Jones is right at the rear. O'Connell now, I'm not sure he's going to be able to stick. He has to go wide. That's the rider in yellow. Carney's lost them now. Out they go. Saddlecloth number 21, Withington. Takes them out down the back straight. Looking nice and strong. Here comes Eddie Marks. Jonas Shelverton over the top. The first two will make it through. Shelverton's going to have to work hard. Marks pushes him wide. Oh, this is going to be close. I'm going to go with Shelverton and Withington. I think Marks might have been sandwiched out of that.
Yeah, he was.
So to the untrained eye, I'm going with Shelverton and Withington. I think Marks might have been sandwiched out. I'll get confirmation on that shortly. In fact, I might make my way across, have a bit of a chat with those at live.tastiming.com.au. See whether Mark and Wim are able to tell me
You can reset.
whether Edward Marks made it through. Well, untrained eye, pretty good. Eddie Marks unfortunately misses out, so right under Jonas Shelverton and to Mr. Withington. So Angus Withington and Jonas Shelverton automatically qualify through to the final of the big winner invitation men's Kieran. Heat number 2, Gallagher, Stratton, Dalton that is, Woodruff, Schramm, Rayner and Nixon are up.
I'm going to leave Alan with that.
Definitely Boddington. Huh?
Apologies, ladies and gents. I said Angus Withington. I was looking at the wrong number. It was Boddington. Corey Boddington had actually got up, not Angus Withington. So Boddington and Shelverton got in. Poor old Eddie Marks was squeezed out. Looks like Maxie Woodruff isn't out there. I know that Preston Eye is not out there. So only the 5 riders, Gallagher, Stratton, Dalton, Schramm, Rayner and Nixon. Simon Price, away he goes on the Derny. And it looks like Schramm's going to lead them down. He's got the front position. Gallagher, Stratton, Nixon and Rayner at the rear. The Rayner's in the multicoloured kit at the rear on the inside. Nixon's on top of him, white and black Nix. Holding Rayner in that position. I think he's going to be following like Stratton does off the back of Gallagher, is giving himself a little bit of room in behind Shram.
That's a big duck.
Man's just holding off the back of the journey there.
And no one's arriving late.
Quite a skill, ladies and gents, in order to be able to ride the journey up and on the track, particularly the velodrome. And he'll come off now, Simon, and away they go. So Shram wastes no time, gets up out of the saddle, away he goes. The pocket rocket, Sam Gallagher, away to it. He brings along with him Dalton Stretton. Now we go back to Nixon and then Rayner. So 2 under 5, Shram, puts power to pedal, away he goes. Luke Gallagher brings Stretton with him. Going to be close. There's the whistles by the Strettons, letting Dalton know. Rayner's coming around the outside. Nixon's lost the back of the wheel. Rayner's not going to be able to go. Around the outside goes Stretton and Gallagher. Oof, straight past Shram. Gallagher, Stretton. And they're going to do it at a counter. Sit up, boys. You're all good. And that they do. Smart riding there by the lads. Blackburn and Bernie. Rayner, Shram and Nixon rounds out the field in heat number 2 of the big winner, Men's Invitation, Kieran. We'll go to our final heat. We'll find out who our third finalists will be. Between Frizzly Lloyd, Ainsley Gray, Will Emulus, Jared Gonzalez Munoz, Derek J, Aaron Jones, and Hobart will winner, Luca Rocky.
That is Will Emily.
Yeah, Will's going to beat Graham Frizzly any day of the week. If he gets on his wheel. Depends on what he draws. If he's drawing right behind Graham. If he has
power. And then on the Let's BT frame, Sammy Gallagher.
good luck, Will.
Following this third and final heat of the big winner, Men's Invitation, Kieran will be making our way back to the ring. And on that running track will be the women's 300 metre final. Up first, brought to us today by Murdoch Clark. That'll be followed by the men's 300 metre final, brought to us today by the Ray Quarrel Sports Massage. 40th running, Bikes and Spikes. Ray's been here for every single one of them. We thank you, Ray, for your ongoing service to the Hobart Athletic Club, to the TAL, and our athletics in general around the state. And Kathleen, all stalwarts of the Tasmanian athletic community.
Williams on Frizzly's wheel.
Six riders. So a third of them are going through. That's 2 of them. In heat number 3 of the men's invitational, Kieran, brought to us today by the big winner.
The motorbike came through pretty fast.
Our riders are on the back of Simon now on the journey. That's Gonzalez and Munoz that leads them through. Rocky, Grizzly, Emulus, and AJ, Aaron Jones. In fact, there's only 5. I thought there was 6, so I might have been saying things. Actually, Gray is out. There was 6. So I wasn't saying things. And the riders are coming through now. So Simon picking up the pace.
Who's the American fella?
A bit more bunched together, this group. No one really giving themselves a little bit of room in order to be able to do that kick. Gonzalez Munoz sitting right up behind Simon Price on the dirty. Luca Hockey. Watch Graham Frizzly go, ladies and gents. Aaron Jones at the rear.
Isn't he third?
He comes off now. No one's really made any significant moves. Aaron Jones just looking over his right shoulder.
What just happened?
Watching what Emulus does.
What happened?
They get the bell. Final part of Kieran, there goes Rocky. Gonzalez Munoz up to the challenge. Away he goes. Frizzly just sits there all nice and comfortably on the drops, goes around the outside of the American. His counterpart sits behind while Rocky decides, I'll just hold my position just here for the time being. Aaron Jones not far behind. Then we go back to Emulus. Aaron Jones is in with a real shot here. Let's see what he can do for the last 250 metres. He's got to get around Rocky though. He might be boxed in. I think he is. He's in a bit of trouble. Will Rocky get there? I know Frizzly has. I think Luca Rocky's made it.
Yeah, I reckon.
The rider on the inside. I'll just get confirmation. Graham Frizzly and Luca Rocky. Graham Frizzly and Luca Rocky have made it through to the big winner. Men's Invitational. Kieran. From heat number 3, heat 2, we had Sam Gallagher and Dalton Stratton, and in heat 1 it was Jonas Shelverton and Corey Boddington. So those will be the gentlemen in the men's invitation, Kieran, brought to us today by the big winner. We're going to turn our attention back to the running track. I'll put you in the hands of Grant Penny very shortly. He'll be taking us through the Murdoch Clark Women's 300 metre final, followed by the men's 300 metre final, brought to you today by Ray Coral Sports Massage.
Hello. This is just so lovely here.
Welcome to tropical Tasmania.
Yeah.
Are you your hands hurting?
Can't have the camera still anymore.
Yeah. Why don't you come
Gloves.
switch? You can switch. It's freezing here, and then I'll just
Gloves. Feel free. Borrow them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll pop those inside the gloves, and yeah,
Do you
that's
feel
fine.
wonderful?
I don't know what I'm
I
looking
won't.
at.
Yeah, I won't get you to do the
I
finals.
know it's a camera, that's it. That's
I
all
mightn't
know.
get you to do the finals. I'll teach you. There we are. There we are, Michelle. You are up. I know. It was lovely this morning. Well, actually, no, it was miserable this morning, but it was less. We weren't anticipating it would maintain the miserableness. We thought it would, start get sunny.
In contrast, I feel like it's been a lovely day.
We were like, it was 34 when we left.
Yeah.
Now it's not so long. Yeah. Okay, fine. Over there. Are you front or back?
I'll take the back.
Back, and I'll go to the front.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on to our 2 foot race finals for the afternoon. A few delays through the day, a couple of incidents that have caused our timetable to lose a bit of time, but big thank you to the ladies that hung around and are running out to have a run in this big 300 metre final. So really exciting heats earlier today, leaves us with our final of 8 to contest this women's 300. Our front marker here will be the grey of Darcy Miller. Of course, we know her as the Bernie Mile winner, so we'll see how the distance runner handles this 400 metre distance of 37 metres. Back to the black of Caitlin Nicholson, will run from 30 metres. Then it's the pink of Jessica Linden from 28 metres. Zoe Nicholson will run from the mark of 26 in green. Then it's the yellow of Zali Westcomb. She'll run from 15 metres. Alongside her is the blue of Rebecca von Zamorski from 15 metres. The white is Lucy Carter. She'll run from 12. And the runner with everyone ahead of her, the biggest job, it's Amy Peacock. She'll run from 10 metres in the red. So there's your finalists, 8 of them in the women's 300.
What do you zoom with?
Up here.
Oh, and it's got autofocus?
Yeah.
Off they go, and it's Darcy Miller, the distance runner, that heads them out in the early stages, making some early ground on her is Caitlin Nicholson. She pushes her into second place. Going along for the fight there also is the pink of Jessica Linden. Where are they coming from the back of the field? Rebecca von Zamorski, the blue, looks to be the biggest danger as she goes up to challenge Darcy Miller, moves herself up into third. Now they get to the interesting part of the race. The race keeps curving around. Can she get past them? She's gone past another one. She's up into second now. It's Jessica Linden still holding them out at the moment. She's putting a bit of grit and determination into this. Is Linden. The back markers are flying home. Here comes young Sally Westcomb. Linden and von Zamorski. Von Zamorski, Linden. Who's it going to be on the outside? I reckon von Zamorski's got up. Jessica Linden did everything she could to hold her out, but I reckon Rebecca von Zaborski has got up to win by a whisker in that big final there.
They literally.
A great throw at the line from both of them. A richly deserved victory to whoever it is. I'm pretty certain it was the blue. It was the outside and the inside. A lot of work was done from Rebecca von Zaborski from the back of the field. She threw at the line. I reckon she's done enough to get up. We'll wait for the official placings. Fantastic final there in the Murdoch Clark sponsored women's 300.
They're not going to do presentations now, I don't think. You said he's doing presentations later. Unless he's doing them now.
Straight into the men's.
Straight into the men's. Thank you.
Have we just done this? Because we haven't done the scratches, have we?
No. We haven't done the Kieran Het finals yet either.
Oh, yes.
So literally they're doing this and then going straight into a Kieran final.
Oh, right.
Like, they've got like 7, they've
Lead all the right racing,
Okay.
bike racing.
racing and the kids are
Already over there.
Ella's in there.
yeah. In that they got the finals, but it's just like, it's a lot.
Results of the Murdoch Clark sponsored women's 300. In third place was Zali Weskin the yellow from 15 metres. Second was the pink Jessica Linden from the mark of 28. And the winner, Rebecca von Zaborski from 15 metres the blue, 39.92. A really close final and a great moment between the two of them there. They knew it was close. And Rebecca gets up to win the women's 300. We might just wait. We'll get this running of the men's 300 done. So this is the Ray Quarrel sponsored Sports Massage 300. Our finalists should be as follows. The grey, the front marker, Josh Phoebe will run from 44. The Blackheath Cripps from 37. In the pink it'll be BJ Cobbing from 34 metres. Then we see the green, the Tom Gartland, who'll run from 22 metres. Back to the yellow of George Downey, 21 metres. The blue, Jared Gilroy from 17 metres. In the white, Tommy Bennett will run from 15 metres. And the back marker here, the biggest job ahead of him, Will Adams, will run from the mark of 10 metres in the red.
Michelle, if you want to go back with the truck, it goes back before you go. Then you're back before us.
Off and running it is, and it's Josh Phoebe that leads them out in the early stages. Here comes Heath Cripps up to challenge him for the lead. Behind him there is BJ Cobbing in the pink. These three are starting to stretch away. Geez, look at the running green in Tom Gartland. He's making big inroads to the lead here. He's going to sweep around a lot of them. So Tom Gartland is who goes for home. He hits the front. Has he gone a bit too hard? The lactic acid starts to play a role here, but Tom Gartland is pumping the arms and he's going to run away with it. Fantastic win from Tom Gartland. Magnificent performance. The pink there was second in BJ Cobbing. And what a run from Will Adams, the red, to get up for third. But geez, Tom Gartland found an extra gear there in that final. He took off just before the scoreboard and he was not going to be caught once he hit the front. Fantastic win to Tom Gartland. Looked $1 million there in the last 100 metres. Too good for them in the Ray Quarrel Sports Massage 300.
Our women Kieran finalists. So Madison Smith, Lauren Perry, Ebony Robinson, Christina Clonan, Mackenzie Mill and Ella Liang. If you could start getting yourselves prepared, please. We'll be on very shortly at the conclusion of the presentations of the Souvlaki Bar Women's Invitation Kieran. So Madison Smith, Lauren Perry, Ebony Robinson, Christina Clonan, Mackenzie Mill and Ella Liang. If you'd like to make your way around, please, for your positional draw, it'd be greatly appreciated. We're going to be followed by our men's Kieran, brought to us today by the big winner. So that'll be Dalton Street and Corey Boddington, Luca Hockey, Sam Gallagher, Jonas Shelverton and Graham Frisley.
Are they doing presentations?
Yeah.
It's very intense.
Yes. I hope your girl goes well.
Oh yes.
Taking through the results of that men's 300. Third was the red of Will Adams from 10 metres. Second was BJ Cobbing, the pink, and the winner, Tom Gartland, the green, 22 metres. His time was 33.31. So we'll turn back to the women's 300 and the official presentations to our winner of the women's 300 today, Rebecca von Samorski in the blue.
I'd just like to congratulate Rebecca, of course. I trained her by correspondence from Lonnie, which is a bit tough. Murdoch Clark sponsored this for numerous years, and we'd really like to thank them as well. Over to you, Rebecca.
Just like to thank the sponsors, Murdoch Clark, for sponsoring the race today. Big thank you to Ray. It's been a pleasure to have your guidance over the last year and a half, and thank you to the rest of Ray's stable for all of your support. And thank you to the TAL for putting on today's carnival. Of course, there's a lot of hours that go in behind the scenes that no one sees, so thanks for coming.
And from the ladies, we go to the men. Another fantastic final that we just saw. The third place went to Will Adams of 10 metres. Second was BJ Cobbing. And our winner today, Tom Gartland, the Ray Quarrel Sports Massage 300 metre winner. Luke Whitney on behalf of Ray, who's standing right next to me, who's the main sponsor of this race. It's all Tom Gartland today. Congratulations.
Well done, Tom. You've got a big future, mate.
I hate public speaking, but I'll thank Ray and his sports massage. Thank the team. Thank my family for being here. Good job to the teammates. Oh, no, not teammates, sorry. Competitors. And yeah. Don't know what I'll say.
Yeah, well done, Tom. A fantastic performance. A great way to finish the day on the running track with two really exciting 300 metre races.
Thank you, Grant. Thank you also to Ray. And well done to Tom and also Rebecca, both out of the Ray Quarrel trained stable. So fitting that those two athletes are able to take the chocolates here in the 300 metres at the Hobart Athletic Club Bikes and Spikes Carnival. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing pleasure on the cycling track, it'll be the Parthenons, Suzlaki Bar and Amuna Women's Invitational Kieran, and the finalists will be as follows. Madison Smith will be in saddlecloth 114, Lauren Perry will be riding in saddlecloth 103, Ebony Robinson will be in saddlecloth 110, Christina Conan will be in saddlecloth 101, Mackenzie Milne will be in saddlecloth 102, and Ella Liang will be in saddlecloth 109. And it looks like Ella has drawn first position, so she's going to be the rider, I would imagine, at the moment. That'll be behind the Dirty, Simon Price.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are you doing just the cycling or
So Ella Liang sitting behind Simon Price on the Dirty.
the replay?
We'll see, yep.
YouTube channel of course cycling,
We'll,
right?
yeah, we'll,
Yep.
Powerful young sprinter.
we'll sort it out for you. It should be there, but it's
Had a couple of
the
international
live
trips
stream is quite glitchy.
throughout the
That's
course
all.
of this year.
What cycling is
On the under 19 category.
So,
Saddlecloth 102s, Mackenzie Milne out of New Zealand, Lauren Perry, Adette Lynch. At the rear of the field there we've got Christina Kleiner. Now looking, as you can see, she's starting to just make her way around just the outside, so she's not last. She's looking at the back of Adette Lynch. So she's moved herself up. Perry just waiting to see what's happening. No other moves. Saddlecloth 110, Ebony Robinson. Is at the rear of the field. They head off now as the Dirty goes. So Liang's been overtaken there by Mackenzie Milne. Now she sits right in behind her. Gets down nice and low in that time trial position. And then there's a bit of a gap to Lauren Perry. Sparring partners based out of Queensland now. Odette Lynch, Christina Cronin. Then we go back to Ebony Robinson, who's not letting them off whatsoever. Close that gap. There's Lauren Perry, looks over her right shoulder. Ella Liang goes wide, around the outside. Look at Christina Cronin come down, there goes Lauren Perry. Away they go, Odette Lynch sitting right in behind her, there's 200 metres to go. Perry's down on the inside. Look at the red in the sassy colours, Odette Lynch. Christina Cronin's not going to get there. I think Perry's got there on the inside. Holds off Odette Lynch. Followed by Christina Cronin, Ebony Robinson, Mackenzie Milne and Ella Liang. A junior of the field, rounding out our women's invitational Kieran, brought to us today by the partner on the Souvlaki bar. Classy display from endurance to sprint. And Lauren Perry, it's paying dividends, whatever you're doing up there in Queensland. Give a round of applause, ladies and gents, as she comes through with Odette Lynch. Sparring partner from South Australia. Right under Lauren, right under Odette. I like to get up to Odette with your Savella, the nice and red. Red's fast, by the way.
This girl in the green hasn't stopped running. This girl in the green hasn't stopped running.
So Lauren Perry has taken that out. Gentlemen, for the Kieran final, if you can make your way onto the track, please, to see the Chief Commissaire Riley. You can make your way around, gentlemen, and that way there you will get to be able to draw for your placings on the track for the start of the Kieran. Our riders will be as follows: Dalton Stratton in saddle cloth 14, Corey Bonington in saddle cloth 41, Luca Rocky, our Hobart wheel winner in saddle cloth 46. Our power pocket rider, Sam Gallagher in saddle cloth number 2 out of Blackburn, Jonah Shelton in the ARA gear in saddle cloth number 9, and the Grizzly Bear from Montana, Keish Potter, Graham Frisley in saddle cloth number 1. Fun fact, partner of Odette Lynch. So riders have drawn their positions. They're making their way around to the top of the track. It's a southern end really, to be honest with you, but to Michael Bailey, and that's where they will set themselves up. Our dirty rider there and Simon Price will then come through. And it looks like Luca is in second wheel, so who's got that front position? Looks like it might be Graham Frisley, former Australian, now USA representative.
The last one's a killer.
And Madison win just last week over in Victoria. The riders are all set. Dalton Stratton second last wheel, Sam Gallagher in the rear. So Corey Bonington is in fourth wheel. So Frisley, Rodkey, Shelverton, Boddington, Stratton, Gallagher. So Stratton will be looking to see what Sam Gallagher does here.
That's a big game.
Over his right shoulder. Boddington jumps onto the back there of Jonas Shelverton, and they go out wide. Now I can go in front of, actually, Graham Frisley. Apologies, Boddington's at the front. So my eyesight's not too good from a distance. So Boddington's at the front, Rodkey, Shelverton, Frisley, Stratton, and then we go to Sam Gallagher. Boy from Burnie being overtaken there by Gallagher. Boddington sitting way off the Burnie at the moment, which is an interesting tactic. Gallagher boxing in, Frisley on Shelverton's wheel. This is where the dirty will come off now. Burrington comes right up to it. Might take advantage of it. Slingshot off, we'll see. Rocky starting to wind up. And Pace, just gentle roll off. Now they're starting to go. Burrington looks over his right shoulder. They'll come through now. Rocky second wheel, they'll get the bell. One to go. They start to wind up. It's down on the inside, it's Frizzly. Right behind him is Gallagher. Winner Stratton still held on. The young man from Birdie.
Whoa! I think he got blown by
Birdie puts down some power and he's gone. Leaves Rocky for dead. Shoveling around the outside. Here comes the Grizzly Bear from Montana. Hanging on the back of him is Gallagher. Stratton's lost their wheel. So is Rocky. Frizzly goes three wide. Shoveling down the inside. Boynton Gallagher can't find a way through. Shoveling, I think. The local lad. Holds off the Grizzly Bear from Montana.
Oh, sorry, I got it caught in my
Graham
jacket.
Frizzly.
It came round and I'm like, it's caught in my jacket.
I've been having that all day.
And Sammy Gallagher rounds out the field in the first three for the big winners men's invitation. Kieran, that's a good ride by the local lad. Give him a round of applause. He comes through. Give us a wave, Jonas. Hurry off, Graham Frizzly and Sam Gallagher, the young man.
There we are. Film me in the off. Okay, what's next? I think it's like, it's just literally.
Up next on the track will be the women's C-grade scratch, brought to us today by Stratton Finance. If the B-grade scratch, if the ladies could make their way out onto the track.
Seriously? On the
So,
do not
Sihui Neo, Suzanne Wilmot, Kayla Baker, Suzanne Stratos, Melissa Turner and Eva Smith. If you could make your way out onto the track, please. For the Stratton Finance Women's B-grade scratch race. It'll be followed by the men's C-grade, brought to us today by Pandani Remedial Massage. And we'll follow that up with the men's B-grade scratch race, again by Stratton Finance. Strong supporters of Bikes and Spikes. Looking for a financial deal. Want to be able to get that purchase over the line, pop in and see Stratton Finance.
Oh man.
We're not live streaming the live.
Thank you.
So I want to shout out to the riders today. They've battled all conditions. It's getting a little bit dark, cold, windy.
Have a look at me. You're two guys at that point.
Very impressed with your resilience and fortitude.
I feel like if the guy could
Yeah, I've got 3 layers on. I've got a discipline and dopamine top. I suggest you get in there and grab one, girls, before you finish today. Right, Neo, Turner, Baker, Strates, and I think that's Wilmot at the rear. It is.
Come on, pick it up. Let's go.
No, Eva Smith.
go, nobody likes the slow race.
Revised format, we're going over 6 laps, not 8. In the Stratton Finance B-grade women's scratch race. So over the 6 laps. Leisurely pace to start proceedings. I'm sure I'll get a bit of a hurry up from the Chief Commissaire shortly. Riders make their way around. So Stratos,
These two should
Suzanne?
get some kind of an award or something.
Yeah.
You guys are like,
cutting a lean figure to Lizanne Wilmot, Turner, Neo, Baker. In the rear of the field, they greet the judge, they have 5 to go. So 5 to go for the girls in the B-grade scratch race. Brought to us today by Stratton Finance.
Do you want to switch, Aaron, so Michelle can go back to the thing?
choose to can switch.
Nice and leisurely. Riders are just doing their own little turn at the moment.
We've got to get the
Don't forget tomorrow, proceedings start at 1 o'clock at the Launceston Silverdome.
I meant
We're indoors too, ladies and gents, so no matter what the weather conditions, there'll be some exciting cycling for you.
Michelle will show you what to do.
We'd love to see your patronage
Go on the other side.
up there at Prospect. The home of Lauren Perry, riding through, taking them through is Kayla Baker. I read the judge with 4 to go. At 4 to go as they went through just then.
Just ring
I'll
the
read
bell.
the judge now this time around with 3 to go. 3 to go. Each of the riders have done their own little turn.
The runners were faster than this.
Sorry?
The runners were faster.
It's starting to rain. I feel like we have to cut it up after this.
Riders greet the judge with 2 to go. 2 to go. And it looks like it's turning out, gets up out of the saddle, starts to wind them up just a little bit. Baker in second wheel. Then we go back to Neo, Strates, and then Lizanne Wilmot.
So Van got a
No one
header.
really prepared to apply any real pressure
Don't go
at
sit
this
in the van.
juncture. See what happens.
Yeah, go and sit.
The back end of
Show us
a
what we show.
1.5 laps to go. So they'll get the bell this time as they come around from Lynn Ryan.
I don't think Will's not riding a
The
good.
Baker's down on the
I don't
bottom.
know.
Now the 4 riders up the top. I'll use the bank here. Turner, Neo, Strates, Baker, Wilmot at the rear. Reasonably leisurely pace in the Stratton Finance Women's B grade scratch race over the 6 laps. Gentlemen in the C grade scratch, if you could be prepared to be underway very shortly, please. Brought to us today by Pendani, her medial massage. And there goes Wilmot, ladies and gentlemen, gets that slingshot. Down that back straight, into the last bend with 200 metres to go. Neo's really flying over Strates, but Wilmot's going to hang on. Lizanne Wilmot holds on. Siqui Yield for second, and third goes to Suzanne Stratus in the Women's Stratton Finance B-grade scratch race. Up next, the men's C-grade scratch riders. If you can make your way to the track promptly, please. B-grade, C-grade scratch riders to the track promptly, please. And this one will be again over 6 laps, as opposed to the 8 as per program. It'll be followed by the men's B-grade scratch, brought to us also by Stratton Finance.
Is that thing doing anything anymore?
No.
And we'll finish off today with the women Aces scratch race and men's Aces scratch race over double figures in laps. So congratulations there to Lizanne. Right, coffee or two tomorrow morning.
I don't know what Aaron's doing.
Thank you to Stratton Finance for their support of our cyclists down here at Newtown. Riders will be as follows. We've got Mitchell Stratton, Simon Barnett, I can see him there. There's John O'Taylor, Paul Craft, Tim Taylor, Tommy Blaisley, Chris Mullins, Peter Macras, and Saddlecloth. All riders except for Patrick Best are there, so Andrew Marr is also there in saddlecloth number 29. Just waiting there. So apologies for the delay. For the Chief Commissaire, just chat to the gentleman. So we're off at 6 laps. Riders are up and about. Paul Crafts is the addition, so he's in saddle cloth number 6, in orange and blue. Black colours, he leads them out and about. And we go to the 2 Taylor twins, Tommy Blaisley. Next rider going around there, I think that might be Mr. Barnett. Peter Macgrass, Matt Banana. On the outside of Mar. Saddle cloth 26, that's Mitch Stretton. And then we go Chris Mullins, and Paul Craft's gone to the rear of the field, so he's going to pick up that final position at the moment as they roll through. Bit of a gap, Mitch Stretton will make that back up. They string themselves out, so they head down the back straight. They get that wind over their shoulder, makes it a bit easier. Past the scoreboard, tight bend. Increased camber, ooh, what's going on there? Work themselves out, so does Tim the Toolman Taylor, away he goes. Grease the judge with 4 to go, thanks Pete. Tim Taylor, strings them right out. That's it, we've got the pace on, he goes to the top of the track. Tom Blazey's not prepared to go, neither's Mitchell Stretton. All Mullins, but not Tim's brother, John Taylor gets to go. Maybe this is a ploy. It was in planning.
I'll take the leader.
And then bring it to fruition. So,
I got him.
John O'Taylor's out by about 15 bike lengths. Mitch Stretton not prepared to go. Tim Taylor neither. There goes Tommy Blaisley. You can see it's getting away from him. Mullins then get behind him. Then we go back to Mar. Paul Craft. They've had Banana. They've got Ecod on wheels and McCoga. Peter Macras, really enjoying his time from a currently point of view. Down here in Tasmania is Peter Macras. I tell you what, Pete, you should jump into the Parthenon Souvlaki Bar in Noona. Would be interested to get your opinions. They got the judge with 2 to go. John O'Taylor's still got a winning hand here in my mind. He's about 12 bike lengths. They're starting to clean that up though. Tommy Blazey leads in the front. Then we go back to Mullins. Mitch Stretton. Not far behind them is Jimmy Taylor. I reckon they're going to pick him up now. He hasn't quite got enough wind in order to be able to keep. If he rolls to the top of the track, he might be able to jump onto the back. They're still strung out. Maybe more of a bunch now. They sit up. Oh!
Jeez.
Something going on there. John Blazey and Mullins. What's going on? Bit of banter. There goes Tim Taylor. Maybe this was what they set out. And away he goes. He puts quite a few in there. Tommy Blazey, Mullins, then we go back to Mitchell Stretton. Mar in behind him, then Paul Croft. Peter Macras. There's the whistle from South Stretton. Come on, Mitch, you got to get up. Tim Taylor out in front. I think this is a winning lead. Here comes Mar now. Right on the outside. Leaves Taylor the dead. Paul Croft from the Central Coast. Away they go. Tim Taylor though still holds them. I reckon Tim could sit up and he'll still win this. That's a good ride by the young man. In an ageing body out of Devonport. Second position goes to Saddle Cloth 28, so that's Mullins. Third goes to Mar. Paul Craft was in there. The top 2.
Was it Mullins?
No, it wasn't Chris Mullins. It was some
Simon
other-
Barnett and Tommy
Oh, we're resetting.
Blazley came to blows down that back straight, I think on that second last lap. So I'm interested to see what happens and comes out of that. That's a good win there by Tim Taylor. He's been showing some good form of late.
It wasn't Mullins.
Now well done to Timmy Taylor. By the way, that's figure hugging navy blue
He was in it, but he was saying he was having a
nicks and top.
It was a dying breed.
Very slim fit.
I think they were getting the wind on the.
Talk about slim and
both
fit,
times
Jess
the cars
Linden.
were getting blown around.
I thought Jess had got it.
Yeah,
Got
you
pipped
can't-
by the post there by Rebecca Wonsamezeski. Well, to my eagle eye, Jess, I thought you won it. Might have been the colours too, you think you were wearing.
It was that
Maybe it was barracking for that.
57.
Stratton Finance, men's B-grade scratch riders out to the track, please.
That's who
Jamie
he's
Carney,
as.
Mr. Withington, Louis Schramm, teammate Connor, Mr. Jared Gonzalez Munoz, Josh Rayner, Jared O'Connell. Simon Barnett, if you could make your way to the infield, please, to Michael Bailey. Simon Barnett, if you could make your way to the infield, please, to see Michael Bailey.
Who is that?
Simon Barnett to the infield, please, to see Michael Bailey. Jared O'Connell will be in the men's B grade scratch race. Aaron Jones, Luca Rocky, Angus Painter and Angus Gollick. So we'll be going to 6 laps, boys.
Oh, you should have come back with that. He literally left with his
Did he just go?
Jared O'Connell in the yellow, Jason Rayner there in the red, white,
That's what I said.
the zebra stripes I should say, yeah, red, white and a little bit of yellow.
That's what I said, Michelle.
Black and the zebra stripes on the white.
And Michelle should sit in the car. Even though actually feel like we should pack up.
Oh, it's getting underway. They'll get 6 laps. Brought to us today by Stratton Finance. All
Snow.
things finance, except for homes.
I'm sure I am.
Snow, you mean?
No, because every so often there's like a sprinkle of rain.
Aaron Jones in the orange kit, top to bottom. No one's really willing to take up the running. He rolls to the top of the track. Same with Mr. Withington. Louis Schramm then rolling through. Gonzalez Munoz at the rear. He goes down to join Louis now. And Jamie Carney's also a part of that crew. And there goes Gonzalez Munoz now. Away he goes. This will string him out. The rear of the field is AJ. He's tacking on the back of Jamie Carney. Gonzalez Munoz, he comes round now. I reckon the first 3 riders might be able to work together here. We'll see what happens. He's strung right out. Back 2 are going to be in a little bit of trouble. That's Carney and Aaron Jones. If the front markers or riders continue at this pace, that's Jared O'Connell that leads them through. Rayner's right behind him. Then we go back to Whittington. Rocky rolls up to the top of the track as Rayner goes. Then back in behind Louis Schramm. Whittington. No one really prepared to go. Interesting to see what the young fella does in white. Blue Nicks. Angus Gullick, saddlecloth number 49. Young rider, up and coming, based out of Hobart. No one's really prepared to dance much. I want you to tunes in the background are helping proceedings, keeping me warm at least. Doing a good job there, lads. Use the beat, boys. Pick up that cadence. There goes AJ, down on the inside. Good move. They greet the judge with 2 to go. So next time round will be 1. AJ just making sure he gets himself in a position, sits in there behind Rayner. Through the Piedmont Raw team members from the US, Atlanta, Georgia. In amongst this crew, Carney being the leader of the troop, goes right around the outside, man in white. They greet the bell. Who's going to lead them through? Hobart Wilmota, Luca Rocky, Carney, then Rayner. Then we go back to Schramm. Gonzalez Munoz, and look at the young fella, young guy, away he goes, gets up out of the saddle. Starts his move now, nice and early. Willington around the outside of him. So sandwiched between him and Rocky. Rocky down on the inside, and Willington's going so far. Rocky holding by second wheel. Gallick's been thrown out the back. Piedmont Raw team, I think there might be Louis Schramm working out. AJ there on the inside. Willington's going to get there from Rocky. AJ doesn't able to get him. Schramm for 4th. Gallick round in 5th. Rayner coming through there in the yellow is O'Connell. And then the last of the 2 Piedmont Raw team members, Coach Jamie Carney. And rounding out the field there was Jared Gonzalez Munoz. A-grade riders to the track, please. A-grade riders to the track for your scratch race, please.
That, I did, sir.
She just wants to get it done.
So women's A-grade riders. So it's event number 51 on the program. Aces Scratch Race. I'll have our heavy hitters, Christina Clonan, Mackenzie Milne, Lauren Perry, Odette Lynch, Erica Carney, April Paddy, Emma Frost, Ella Liang, Ebony Robinson, Maddie Smith and Caitlin Kelly out on the track.
Surely they're gonna.
Like, it's really cold and it's an hour late.
Yeah. So they're all like, they're in a food deficit now. 5 past 6.
Just share the booty.
Have they started loading trucks yet? I want to go and hold a rug around Maddie while she's sitting there shivering. Maddie. Poor girl.
I want to thank the team from Chicken Bing Cycling, doing the YouTube live stream. Welcome to Tassie in the beautiful summer weather. Just have a look at Mount Wellington.
How your hands?
So ladies will be taking up 12 laps, so they'll be doing 12 laps in the Women's Aces Scratch Race. They want to get underway, says Mackenzie. I don't blame them. So we're a little bit fresh. Christina Clonan, Lauren Perry, Odette Lynch, Erica Carney's out there. There she is with the pink socks. April Paddy, Emma Frost. Emma's with the blue shoes, white socks. Ella Liang. This is how I identify you girls.
See you later. Well done to him.
Oh, and your girl.
Oh,
If you've got any music requests, just send them through. I'll put them to the boys.
this girl is on fire.
Does that say 11 laps?
Anything, Sal?
All about burning
Sure.
and heat. Would be good.
Oh. This is the worst footage ever now. Oh, that is so cold. So damn cold. My hands are shaking.
They roll through. Erica Carney rolls them through. They greet the judge with 11 to go. So 11 to go. Kenzie Mill next in line, followed by Emma Frost. Don't mind the speed the girls are going at the moment too, in order to be able to keep themselves a little bit warm. Apologies from the state of Tasmania for those of you that are from out on the mainland and or internationally. And the weather, summer hasn't arrived as yet. We're looking forward to it. Hopefully it comes as of Devonport. We'll be inside as of tomorrow night, but it won't affect us tomorrow. Going through there is Caitlin Kelly. Greet the judge with 10 to go. And similar to what Madonna's saying, the girls are making their body move to the music with Odette Lynch coming through. First of our sprints up for grabs. There goes Odette, dragging them out. So Lauren Perry, not able to go with her. Here comes Mackenzie Milne. So it's going to be these two, Lynch, Milne. Out after them too is Liang. I'm not sure she's quite going to get there. So the first sprint's going to be between two. Lynch down on the inside, Milne going down and around the outsides. Red v black. Who are you going to put your money on? I'm going to go to black. Milne it is. And these two can keep going. There you go on with it here. So it could be a little bit of trouble. Liang and Perry and the rest of them, if they don't get their act together very shortly, these two working together. Endurance specialist is Lynch.
Yeah.
I'll go,
Mackenzie Milne waiting for her.
I'm going on the bunch.
And on the front too.
I got the next.
And the others have set up, so these two, if they work together, they can really put some time and space into the peloton. So Milne doing all the work at the moment, trying to get onto the back on the Cervelo. And the sassy gear is Adette Lynch. She looks down on the left-hand side. She still hasn't got Adette. Adette's having to do a little bit of work to get back onto the wheel. Cross leads them through from Perry. Maddie Smith
They won't.
now takes over.
Why do you reckon they won't chase?
Mackenzie still out in front. In fact, I reckon she's even stretched that lead on Adette Lynch. She comes through, greets the judge. Pete holds out the card, number 6. Lynch in second position. There's a third of the track between second and the peloton. You've got 10 to 12 bike lengths between the front two. Rolling up to the top of the track, April Paddy. Girls are going to have to do short, quick efforts in order for the bunch to be able to make any form of ground. But Lynch, not making any tracks in the middle. It looks over her left shoulder. She can still see she's out by a substantial margin. Beats the judge with 5 to go. Big thank you to the Parthenon Souvlaki Bar. That's where I'm going straight after this to grab an early dinner. I encourage you to do the same. Just down the road here, Amuna, Warren Perry leads them through from Caitlin Kelly. Big thank you to the Hobart Athletic Club and their members of the committee and their organisation and part of the Bikes and Spikes, to the Hobart Wheelers, the Bike Club. Also for their organisation is Milne and Adette Lynch. She gets up out of the saddle now. I reckon she's starting to make some inroads into Milne. They greet the judge. 4 to go. Here comes the peloton now, led by Liang. I reckon they're even going to wrap them. These two, and Lynch is starting to wind in Milne. They've got a real opportunity here. They've got 3 to go, and there's a real possibility they can lap the group. Milne looks down on the inside. Here comes Lynch now in that time trial position. Endurance specialist. South Australians Institute of Sport. Rider in the red. Better jumper on the back of the black colours of the New Zealander. Mackenzie Milne. Perry leads them through. Ask Kelly to do a little bit of work. Carney, Frost. Then we go back to Paddy and company. It's that second of our sprints. Lynch asking Mackenzie Milne to do a little bit of work. Not prepared to do so.
Why would you do that?
They roll up. They're not going to catch the bunch now.
And then straight into the bell.
There's a bit of money up for grabs. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. They back right off.
They don't want to catch the bunch.
Milne, I say, has got possibly a little bit more power. Lynch goes with her. Sits on the wheel. Might be prepared to give up the kitty for the sprint. Can she hang in there though? And then take it over, because they'll get the bell lap as they come through now. 2 to go for the peloton. There goes Mackenzie, bang. She takes the sprint and the bell lap. Adette Lynch is not going to be able to go with her. So Mackenzie Milne, ladies and gentlemen, she's going to finish on the back of the peloton. Not a bad effort. Take it out at 2 sprints. She'll also take out the Parthenon Souvlaki Bahamuna Women's Ace of Scratch race. And she'll take home a couple of $120 plus another couple of $100 for the sprints as Carney leads the peloton through. Put your hands together. Good ride, Mackenzie Milne, ladies and gentlemen. Adette Lynch in second position. Good ride there by Adette. Go to take Graham for a coffee, you're there. Following him now on the back straight. Perry right around the outside. Liang is going to be able to go with her. Here comes Frost on the outside of Liang, but Perry gets third. Liang, I think, just on the inside, might have just got Frost. Being Ebony, no, that's Ebony Robinson coming across the line now, along with Caitlin Kelly. That might have been April Paddy up before. Saddle cloth 114, Madison Smith, and rounding out the field was Erica Carney, who did a lot of work for the Peloton, trying to make their way back. The second half of the Pathlon Souvlaki Bar in Luna, women's aces scratch race. Well done to Mackenzie and Adept, putting on a bit of a show. That last lap, Ryan Perry got the best of the bunch, take out third position. Last but not least is the men's aces scratch race. Purchased today by Alan Knight and Rowena Chapman.
The last few races.
$500 up to the grabs. The riders, if they can make their way, please, to the track.
Glad he appreciated it.
Yeah, no, it's good. Thank you.
Alright, when we pack up, what I might get you guys to do.
Is this the last race?
Yeah, this is the last race. If you guys pack up a camera each,
Yep.
and then I will pack up a deck, I'll pull that up onto the bench and I'll start packing as quick as I can straight into the deck. And then if you want to pack like, even if you take the cameras off and then pop them there, and then start to pack the tripods up, and then
That doesn't it? Both the tripods.
the dodgy one, yeah, the one with the dodgy foot.
That one goes in the back.
That one goes in the back. The one with the nice pattern on it.
Final call for the men's A-grade scratch race, Oasis scratch race, I should say. Brought to us today by Alan Knight and Rowena Chapman. $500 up for grabs and a couple of $100 for each of our sprints. We have 16 laps for the men.
You're the front and I'm the bunch.
Okay.
All but Owen Lloyd and Preston I are out there on the track. So in your program, event number 52, final event on the program today. Now I notice a number of the boy riders have put on the long sleeves, so Sammy Gallagher is not in the white, he's now in the navy blue. And I don't blame him one bit for it. Same with Graham Frisley. He's got the long sleeves on, he's got the dark red, white and blue going. So it's USA kit. And rolling through there is Eddie Marks. Gallagher now takes up the running, followed by Frisley. How many they have there, Pete? There's 15. So there's 15 to go. Riders roll around. We'll have 2 sprints. $100 up for grabs each time. Nothing to sneeze at. Good meal at the Pathlon Souvlaki Bar in particular. Or you can grab one of those Pendani Sports remedial massages before heading to Launceston tomorrow. This man might need it. Rider from ARA, Jonah Shelwood, and greets the judge with 14 to go. So 14 to go. He's had a splendid year too. Overseas. And nationally. Tell you what, he's also shot up. Last time I saw him. So someone's giving him some of those growing beans. Paisley Graham rolling through. No one really prepared to take up the running. Ed Marks does. Very similar in style to his sister, Claudia. Based out of the ACT. Tall man. Long levers. Now in the pursuit position. Great pursuit rider. Also sprinter. Man of many talents, Graham Frisley. He starts to do a bit of work down the back straight. rolls them through. Dalton Stratton in behind him. Holding the drops at pursuit position. Here's Jonas Shelburne followed by Marks. We'll go back to Toby Jones. No one really prepared to do any work. There goes Dalton Stratton trying to bridge that gap. Marks now in behind him. Rolling to the back of the field. It's the rider in white. Might be Josh Nixon. Jones leads him through now.
There's a whistle.
Eddie Marks. So first $100 is up for grabs. Look at Sammy Gallagher. That woke him up. Right, he brings him forward now. The pocket rocket gets up out of the saddle. Away he goes. Marks has got the opportunity to go with him. Doesn't have the power. Frizzly's starting to do some work. So is Ainsley. Gray. But Gallagher's going to take out the first of the sprints. He can roll up here if he wants. Chooses to do so. Ainsley Gray in behind Eddie Marks. Then we go Toby Jones, Frizzly, Shelverton, Stratton. Another rider and back. I think that might be Emulus. Rear of the field, it might be Boddington. Might have lost Nixon. So I reckon Joshy Nixon has rolled off. There goes that wind again, starting to pick up, causing a few concerns as the riders head around down past the Newtown Cricket Club. There he goes. International wonder from Montana, Graham Frizzly, agreeing the judge with 9 to go. And we've had a few. Looks like Sammy Gallagher has pulled up.
Got his $100.
Yep, and we'll.
Not sure whether that's Ainsley Gray. I don't think it is Ainsley Gray. It might be Emulus. Emulus is also pulled up. And it could be Boddington as well. So Stratton leads them through from Marks, Frizzly, Shelverton, Jones and Gray. These riders have pulled themselves up. So that's Boddington, Emulus and Sammy Gallagher. So they'll be asked to remove themselves from the track pretty shortly. I agree the judge with 7 to go. Sammy comes off now, rolling through the second of our sprints as the riders go through, see Pete with 7 to go. So 7 to go. Shelton leads them through. Stratton next. Marks. Frizzly. Jones just holding on. Gray right on his tail. There goes Frizzly right around the outside. Look at Dalton Stratton go. Look at Graham Frizzly. It's like he's got a jet out of a cannon. And he does it in a canter. The rider from USA, Case Body Wrap. He takes the second of the sprints. And I think he's going to go on with this here too. He might really stretch this out. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Has Dalton Stratton got enough in the tank in order to be able to keep up? Ooh, the opportunity might present itself. So roll to the top of the track. Then M. Marks goes down underneath. Jonas Shelverton. And then jumping on the back of that is Graham Frizzly. They go down past the scoreboard. Here comes Ainsley Gray. Dalton Stratton might jump on the back of Ainsley here. No, he's out of biscuits. Ainsley Gray is working hard in order to get on the back of these three. Mark's second wheel, leading them through. Graham Frizzly, short stints, working hard. Jonas Shelverton, second wheel now. Looks like Jones and Dalton Stratton are out. So they're not going to be able to keep this particular pace. Gray, geez, I tell you what, young man from Hobart, what an effort. He's going to jump onto the back of Marks here. Breaks the judge. How many to go there, Pete? 4 to go. Good effort, Ainsley. Hang on, son. Jones up to the back of Jonas Shelverton. So 4 riders left. Races, scratch race for the men over 16 laps. Brought to us today by Alan Knight and Rowena Chapman. $120 for first. Ainsley Gray, not prepared to jump in. He's not prepared to do a turn. He's had to work hard for the last 3 laps to get there. He gets 3 to go. Sits in behind. The Grizzly Bear from Montana. Graham Frizzly. Naturalised Australian. Ain't got the opportunity to go back to the US. Taking that opportunity. Young man on 2 wheels is flourishing. 3-time Brody Gibb, will winner, by the way. Interesting to see what he can do this year. Enjoys it down here in Tasmania. Riding for Case Body Wrap all around the world. ARA riding behind him. That's Jonas Shelburne with 2 to go. Ainsley Gray now and then Eddie Marks. Right out of the ACT. Look at the long levers on Eddie Marks, ladies and gents. In a straight sprint. Frizzly's got them, I think. They've worked that one out. They get some support, so head into the back straight. Stratton, Jones still going, hoping their front markers fall off so they can pick up some of the kitty. Shelburne now leads it through with the bell. Gray, Marks, goes. Frizzly tries to go in. Ainsley Gray gets up out of the saddle. He's used up all his petrol tickets. Shelburne, they go around the outside of him. Marks versus Frizzly. The 2 boys out in front, so Stratton and Jones are going to be wrapped up here before the finish line. Marks is coming in a real flurry. On the outside, Frizzly. Marks, is he holding him on the inside? I think he's got there. That's a photo if I've seen one. I'm going to go with Eddie Marks. Good ride, son. We'll go to the camera. Eddie Marks for my eye. Ryan Frizzly. 3rd position, right under the RA rider, the local boy from Hobart Wheelers, Jonas Shelburne.
I've lost interest, Shell. I'm clear with you.
Okay. Alright, we just want to see who wins it, and then
You're not doing presentations, I think, saving money out of it.
I've given you something to look at. They're going to announce who won. Oh well.
100 to the second, well done Eddie Marks. Eddie Marks, well, 100 to the second to Graham Frizzly, and 3rd position goes to Jonas Shelburne. And a big thank you to Alan Knight and Rowena Chapman for their sponsorship of the men's Ace and Scratch race over 16 laps here at the Bikes and Spikes Carnival. Friendly reminder, we start at 1 o'clock tomorrow at the Silver Dome.